You're still on to IBrand Daybreak, and before we go into the health segment, let's look at what's happening on social media with the social media boards. And Mercy Manuel is right here in the studio this morning. Mercy, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Happy
good morning.
Yes, same to you. Same to all of us.
Love your eyes.
Love your eyes. Very important. Very important. So tell us what's happening.
So Anambra State residents will soon start paying levies for posters, burial posters, church banners, and the rest.
Wow.
That's the first gist. So the Anambra State government has imposed levies on burial posters, wedding and church banners. Residents could pay as high as 100,000 naira with minimum payment of 5,000 for 2 weeks and could pay additional 100,000 as penalty per week if such posters are not removed after the burial or function. This is contained in a letter signed by the Managing Director of Chief Executive Officer, Anambra State Signage and Advertisement Agency, Tony Ujubuonu. Implementation of the new regulation, according to Ujubuonu, starts from November 1, 2022, adding that the regulation is in line with Governor Chukwuma Soludo's aim to build a smart state.
Wow.
It's great. I mean, it's a great initiative.
It's great. No, but you know the way posters can litter walls in the city.
Exactly.
For example, sometimes in Lagos you see posters
under the bridges,
on the road. You see fine fence, like beautiful fence. Next thing you see obituary poster.
And you see post no bill there. Yet persons will
post. You post it. So I think this is a good initiative. It is a
100,000 naira. Wow, that's
okay. The fine might be high, but they said okay, 5,000 initial 5,000 naira payments if the posters are not removed after the burial or the church program. You see some churches will have, they will do their anniversary, and at the end of the day, they won't remove the banner. The banner will be there to start tearing up and to litter up everywhere.
Although, on the flip side, if you want to play the devil's advocate, the question you ask is, how much did the governor pay during his campaign? He just came into office. So
and he used posters
apparently, so how much did he pay? You know, I think I understand where the government is coming from in trying to, you know, regulate, in quotes, that sector so that people do not just make a mess of, you know, public and even private facilities, all in the name of, you know, trying to bring about awareness to either one event or the other. Having said that, it should also be, you know, looked into. Telling the average Nigerian right now to pay over ×3 of the minimum wage is ridiculous. I mean, if you are saying they'll pay 100,000, how much is the minimum wage again? 30,000. No. You know, you look at it. That's over ×3 of it.
And 3 and 10%.
Exactly. You want to ask yourself: is Anambra State not even owing, you know, its workers? Again, these things have to
I think the levy is just to caution them, to scare them. Okay, if I don't remove my posters after the burial, I'm going to pay this fine. If you have that at the back of your mind, once the burial or the occasion or the church program is over.
You'll be very active. You will take it out.
But let's hear what Nigerians are saying. I am Ilya says the amount of obituary posters and scam job vacancies you see these days are annoying. You need to write post no bill for your walls to be saved. Even with the post no bill,
especially in Lagos.
You see somewhere, do not urinate here. You see someone, you see do not park here. Someone is parking. Do not hawk here. People are hawking. So
okay, so there's this thing in Yoruba that Tosibe, they say, okay, urinate there, Babalawo wants to use urine. They will still urinate. So
you know, we live in a country where we are amazing people. If you give an instruction, you're your own. So.
But I think that 100,000 naira
it will help curtail it though.
And as Gary Cole says, it's a good idea. People can't just be pacing everywhere and defacing the state. Lagos State did it and it's paid off. I don't know.
Are we sure it paid off?
I see posters in Lagos.
The last election, the state governorship election in Lagos State was probably the worst in terms of how littered and messed up, you know, everywhere was with posters. And the poster of who
and to think of it, this is a campaign season. Posters will be used.
Apparently,
States will use posters. So what? Okay, hope we don't. The persons who make the rule, they don't fall into the cage.
In fact, posters will be clashing with posters.
You will see people who post on top of each other. But let's just hope that works, though.
Moving on, Chad's transitional government appoints 75-year-old Salem Kepshabo as the new prime minister on Wednesday. Keshabo, a civilian politician, was named prime minister of the transitional military government, I beg your pardon, last year after President Idris Deby seized power in the wake of his father's death. Keshabo, head of the main opposition National Union for Democracy and Renewal, so is the new prime minister for Chad. So I want to ask, what is it with Africans? Is it that our youths cannot attain this position? They can't function well in this position? Because we have a similar case in Nigeria. Our president is how old? Please remind me.
But are those who tell you the U.S. president is also, you know,
but this is peculiar to Africa.
Come on, Barack Obama, how old was he when he had?
This is peculiar to Africa.
Those who tell you
our president is old. Our president is old.
Mama Debbie.
And even some intended presidents, some potential, or what do we call them now? Aspiring presidents are old. What is it? Can't you be president something?
The thing is that, okay, now we look at, for instance, now the 100 million naira nomination form. Where does where does a Samson want to get 100 million naira? I'm sorry, but that's not money. If you have 100 million naira and you want to use it to buy presidential form, I'm going to be very angry with you, because at this stage of your life, I don't think you should use 100 million naira to purchase a presidential form. If you are capable, if you can take it, why would you? If I have 100 million naira now, I wouldn't use it to purchase a form. I would use it to go get land somewhere in Banana Island. You know, that would, my future is.
Okay, what if we are this set of people that believe in something and will contribute 100 million naira and purchase?
Well, if he wants to do, now the thing is that with the don't forget that our political system is messed up. Yeah. We have the concept of godfatherism has been abused. We now have people who want their people to be in, and I am living government. I have somebody I want and should be in the government. That I don't care if he's capable. I don't care if he's old or I just want him to be in government. Rigging is on the high side. So Samson uses 100 million naira as probably a man not up to 40 to purchase a form with his life ahead of him, and they still rig the election, and they still threaten to kill him. You look at it, it's even what's the stress. We, his loved ones, we don't want to put Samson through that, but I'll give him the money to go and start his life somewhere better.
Margaret,
that's the truth.
When primary school, they told us we are the leaders of tomorrow.
But tomorrow is here now.
Tomorrow is tomorrow.
So when I'm 75, I'll not become a leader. Is that what you're saying?
That's the situation our system has put us in. It's not supposed to be like that. It's not standard.
It's a very sad one. Then let's take some tweets. At the Silent Disciple says, Chad and Nigeria are 5 and 6. That's what Chad at Disciples said. Then at Maka Emmanuel says, I'm sure he's a cousin to one leader we know. You can never tell.
I just said that.
Although we should also understand that the transitional president for Chad is, you know, a young man. Is the son of the former president, you know, Idris Dabi. Yeah, Muhammad Dabi. He seized power when the father died. So let's see how it pans out. Dabi is also, you know, qualified or eligible to contest after the 2-year transition period. So there's the possibility that it will still, you know, continue in power. You never can tell.
But it's not a family business.
But we want the young to grow. The young shall grow.
Even if you're young, it's not even a family business. It should be allowed to go around for people who are capable of handling that. I think so.
So that's all we have on social media.
Well, thank you so much, Mercy. Thank you for that. Well, that's all we have on social media, boss. But do not forget to still the What Side Day. We have an ophthalmologist to speak with, and we also have the doctor to speak with us on hormonal imbalance. Still on IBrandTV. Stay with us.